Arv had spent most of his life preparing to leave Earth. Years of training, silence, discipline, all for one moment where he would finally escape gravity. But no one trains you for loneliness. As his spacecraft drifted farther from Earth, the blue planet slowly shrank into a pale dot. The noise of humanity faded, replaced by the deep, endless quiet of space. At first, the silence felt peaceful. Later, it began to feel heavy. Every day looked the same. Stars, darkness, motion without movement. Arv recorded his thoughts not because it was required, but because hearing his own voice reminded him that he still existed. Space has a way of making you feel invisible. On the 417th day of his mission, something changed. It started with a vibration, subtle at first, almost gentle. Then the control panel flickered. Warning lights appeared, one by one, glowing red like open wounds. Arv frowned. There was no asteroid field nearby, no solar storms, no reason for malfunction. Before he could analyze the data, the stars ahead of him twisted. Not moved, twisted. Space bent inward, like water circling a drain. A strange blue glow appeared, pulsing slowly as if breathing. His ship was pulled toward it. Arv grabbed the controls, trying desperately to regain command, but the ship no longer obeyed him. In that moment, fear arrived. Not loud, not dramatic, but cold and absolute. Because fear in space isn't about dying. It's about realizing that no one will ever know how you died. The blue light swallowed his ship whole. There was no explosion, no impact, only darkness. When Arv woke up, he expected pain. Instead, he felt warmth. The surface beneath him was smooth, almost alive, gently rising and falling like a slow breath. The air felt lighter than Earth's, unfamiliar but breathable. As he tried to sit up, shadows moved around him. Tall figures, silent, watching. Their skin shimmered softly, reflecting colors he had no name for. Their eyes glowed, not threateningly, but with intense curiosity. Long, slender hands reached toward him, touching his arms, his forehead, his chest. Not aggressively, purposefully, as if they were reading him. Arv's heart raced. His body froze. "Where am I?" he whispered, though his voice felt small and useless. A response came, but not through sound. A voice entered his mind, calm, deep, ancient. "You are not from Zypheron." The words echoed inside his head, clear and undeniable. That was the moment Arv understood that humanity was no longer alone in the universe. They did not harm him. They observed him. Arv was taken through vast glowing corridors, floating platforms, and transparent chambers that revealed impossible skies beyond. He saw no doors, no wheels, no wires, only flowing light and living structures. Eventually, they brought him to the surface of their world. Zypheron. The sky shimmered in shades of purple and silver. Massive islands floated effortlessly above the ground, connected by beams of energy. Creatures moved through the air like slow comets. The planet felt alive, not metaphorically but literally. Arv felt small, not weak, just insignificant. The Zypheronians debated his presence. Some believed he was a mistake, a fracture in the balance of the universe. Others believed he was a sign that the universe itself was changing. To them, Arv was not a man. He was an event. Among them stood someone different. Her name was Lyra. She did not speak when others argued. She did not stare at Arv like a mystery to be solved. Instead, she watched him the way one watches a storm, cautiously, respectfully, with understanding. Later, when the chamber was empty, she approached him. "You are afraid." Her voice entered his mind softly. Arv nodded without realizing it. "I would be too," she continued, "if my world disappeared in one moment." That was the first time since leaving Earth that Arv felt seen. Days passed, or maybe weeks. Time worked differently on Zypheron. Lyra began guiding him through the planet, explaining their way of life. She showed him the glowing cities, the silent fields where energy flowed beneath the ground, and the observatories where Zypheronians watched distant galaxies. They had known about Earth for centuries. They had chosen not to interfere. "We observe," Lyra explained, "but we do not conquer." Arv smiled bitterly. Humans haven't learned that yet. Their conversations grew deeper. Arv spoke about Earth, its chaos, its beauty, its noise. He spoke about people who were never satisfied, always searching for more. Lyra listened. On Zypheron, connection was not built through touch or words alone. It was built through shared understanding. Somewhere between strange skies and unfamiliar stars, Arv realized something terrifying. He felt at peace, but peace attracts shadows. Commander Korvax, leader of Zypheron's defense, watched everything. To him, Arv was not a guest. He was a threat. Humans were fragile physically, but their minds were unpredictable. Korvax believed that unpredictability was dangerous, and dangerous things, according to Korvax, should be controlled or destroyed. One night, Lyra found the truth hidden in restricted knowledge. Arv was never meant to return home. Experiments were planned. His mind was to be studied, broken, used. Lyra felt something she had never felt before. Fear not for herself, but for him. That night she made a choice.